Welcome to the MoChill Zone. Tonight, we have another great show for you. Tonight, Motz and Chilly sit down with me, your announcer, Paul Ferrari, and talk about my life and experiences in the entertainment industry from Los Angeles all the way here to Sacramento. We'll have lots to talk about and lots to laugh about. As always, if you missed any of our previous episodes, please visit us on Instagram and Facebook for the online release dates of those episodes.
Well, welcome to the MoChill Zone with your boy Motz. And today we have a very special guest, a friend of mine, and our person who does all our editing, and you hear all our special voices and everything, and all the special things we have, and make our show nice and pretty the way it is. Paul, he does that everything.
You'll recognize him from the voice.
Yeah, man. So,
Mr. Paul Ferrari.
Yes, Paul Ferrari.
Welcome to MoChill Zone.
Oh, yes.
Tonight we're gonna have a great show for you.
Yeah. So what's the guy on that would always call out Bob Barker?
Who was that guy? No, I don't.
But you remember
Yeah,
his
I know.
voice,
I know
right?
his voice.
And now Bob Barker.
Well, I was actually thinking Ed McMahon at the time I did that.
Oh yeah, Ed McMahon.
Yeah, Ed was his for a long time. He was.
Absolutely. So no, I don't. You know, it's like when we did the very first one. I remember I said, "Guys, we have no intro. We had nothing."
Yeah.
So it was just all the function. I'm like, well, I'll figure something out, and it became.
Yeah.
One after the other, and now it became the thing. So
That's
I don't know. People actually I never read anybody's comments. So if someone's complaining about it, I have no idea. So
it's a healthy way to live, though.
Yeah.
Not read the comments.
Well, we know the early stages. I had comments.
Well, I would infer I've had some pretty bad comments.
No. Don't read anything into that. No.
Yeah.
No, the MoChill family's pretty cool.
You guys are very cool.
We don't have any haters.
You know what? And you
I'm
guys
sure
bring
we'll
on
get
some really cool people.
Ah.
I mean, obviously, it's because I edit them. I get to see every single one and see all the. And what I really like about what you guys do is you're bringing on all these just really nice, easygoing people, but they all have a story. They all have a vision. They all have something they want to do, and they've got talent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you send me the music when we need that extra fill space, and I get the music. Like this is good. This is production quality. This is ready to be released. So, and even your guys' song. I know we kind of landed on it. Well, actually, y'all did land on it. I just chose it. No one said otherwise.
I mean, you chose the right one.
Well, it's not about us. It's about you.
That's the one we would have chosen.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, but it is weird for me to make those arbitrary creative decisions when it's someone else's brand and it's someone else's show. I've always tried to take the position, and you've known I've said it in the past, this is your guys' stuff. I want to try to deliver what it is that you want, not do what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't want to be stepping on toes. So.
No, but we like the imprint you put on it. You know, like it's cool when you get more cooks in the kitchen, right? Like,
well, yeah, absolutely.
Everybody
100%.
throws in there. Yeah, I know usually that metaphor is not
good cooks.
A good thing, but
spicy.
Good cooks.
Yeah.
Everybody
throws
just have a bunch of cooks in, just not necessarily putting stuff in. You gotta be good.
No, you gotta mix the mix.
Yeah.
It's gotta have a good mix, absolutely.
So definitely.
You got some questions. See, this is the
she
normally takes.
So now let's dive down.
No.
Let's get on the Freudian.
So tell us. Because I know personally, you guys don't know this, but it's a lot of things that you guys don't know about him because.
And there's a reason for that.
But I want you to share with the public, tell them how you got started and what you currently doing right now.
Okay.
And then who influenced you to do what you're doing right now currently?
Today, I was building the fence.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, no, what I
Yeah,
did,
that's fine. That's fine.
Wax on, wax off.
I'm cool with that.
It had
I'm cool with the fence. But I'm still gonna dive in a little bit.
No, of course. You're
good.
referencing my production.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So
amongst other things.
Yes, well,
yes,
of course. So to start where I'm at today, working in public access, that actually was I had to get out of corporate world. So I kind of have to rewind the clock a little bit. I did get trained. There was a whole desire from my family that I was going to be heading off into the business world, real estate, sitting there doing the leases. And I was reading leases one day going, this is not going to work for me. My life is going to end real tragically if I kept going down this road. It was just really boring. And I didn't know who I was. Grew up in Sacramento. It's the 80s. Nothing's going on in this town. So you do what everyone else is doing. I got invited to a birthday party. My cousin called me. She was in Los Angeles. I said, I got a birthday. Took off, went down there, met up with one of her friends that was a double booked. PA on one job, production coordinator on another job, PA public production assistant. So for anyone, so she asked, "You want to try it?" Why not? I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll try it." 2 weeks at Geo Metro commercial in Needles, California, in August.
Needles.
No, it's hot.
I know. It's hot, but it's cool getting down. It's hot.
It's real hot.
It's real hot. It is hot down
What's it? That's fine.
That's fine.
The car just blew up. It was it was a great time, and I was told, you don't ask for help, you just figure it out. So it was one of those things. So before me going to LA, I would have just gone down there. My family would go down for or do the Disneyland thing or whatever. Then I'm now on my own for the first time in Los Angeles, and they go, here are keys to a 15-foot box truck. This is before cell phones, so here's a whole list of all the equipment you need to go pick up. Names, addresses, phone numbers. Here's a Thomas Brothers map. Now, if anyone doesn't know it, you know what a Thomas Brothers.
Of course I
know
know
a Thomas Brothers map.
I don't.
That's okay.
Exactly. It shows you the age now. So talk about age too. So
you saw the gray hair. You
I'm
figured
just
it out.
You already know that. You know your boy. Look,
Just a
he's got a little gray
baby.
hair.
That's okay. Someone's gonna have to clean up after us. So, we need that. So, to tell you what a Thomas Brothers is, literally a book, a soft cover book, and it's got pages of maps. So you would go down to the index, say this is the address I'm looking for, turn to that page, but here's the thing, you might have been on another page. So then you have to go figure out, okay, well I had to figure out what page I had to go to and flip to the pages. You have to learn how to get from one spot to another spot. And that was my first day in production in Los Angeles, doing TV commercials. And I did. I figured it out. And then we went to Needles and did the shoot. And I stayed for 6 years and then come back. But all I did really was just TV commercials. But they're regional, national spots. We did a whole year of Lexus. Worked on the Miller Lite, that campaign, which is, you have to go way back into the archive to find it. These were a lot of.
Those are the best commercials, bro.
We met a lot of cool people, had a lot of fun, and I was young, I was single. There was you just enjoyed life. But I also knew it's like, I don't know if I want to be single my whole life. And this is certainly not a lifestyle. It is. Living down there, I understood why the divorce rate is the way it is. And because no one, you're relevant for a minute, and that's including marriage. That's not just. I mean, it's like, hey man, it's just like your season's over. You're out. You got canceled.
Pretty much it.
And you move on. And I'm like, I don't know. That didn't fit for me. Plus, 16-hour days, 6 days a week.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I worked hard. I enjoyed it. I have no regrets whatsoever.
Why of all the places in California did you guys decide to make this?
Well,
you might know more about
you got
that.
the Rivers, but it started off in San Jose.
Yeah, I know that.
I was just saying.
Yeah, and then it went to like a couple different places. Oh, it went to Vallejo for a time being.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
It
Vallejo.
was in Vallejo.
I thought, wasn't it because we flooded? There was a reason.
I think Vallejo made a pitch for it, and then they didn't deliver.
We need y'all to write that in and make sure y'all give us that information.
No, for some reason,
we don't know this today. You should know it, but that's okay.
We'll holler at our boy Dave. He's a docent there. He knows.
Yeah,
He knows that.
holler at him. He should know this stuff.
But there was a reason why Sacramento flooded, and they
Yeah.
had to move the capital.
And we raised the
Yeah,
whole city.
the whole city's.
Yeah.
You ever
We
done
raised
that
it up
tour?
2 feet or something.
What do we mean? Southern?
The underground tour?
No,
No, I haven't.
I had neither have I.
I would do that.
I would. No, I'd
Sounds
like
good.
that. It's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And
I
they
didn't know
raised
you
it
could
up
do it.
2 feet, I think, or something.
No,
like
it's
that.
more than
It's
that.
more than that.
Where-
Yeah,
where-
because you could, there's tunnels that you could,
Okay.
yeah, so
Where-
it's literally 6-8 feet.
6 to 8.
Wow, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can do that?
Yeah, I don't know, I
It's
forgot the
that
name of the
day,
company.
we were like canoeing. They were like canoeing around the city.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
For real?
Yeah,
They got
so, yeah,
tours
so
in
the original city, old Sac was originally,
Right.
so some of those buildings, do you remember where Round Table Pizza is?
Yeah.
on-
Right down there by the southern.
It's down,
Yeah.
down below.
Yeah.
That's the original level
Oh, wow.
of Sacramento.
Okay.
So I did read a little bit
That's
about
right.
that. So where Round Table is, that was the original
It's
level.
still there too.
But they built up,
Yeah.
so now it's considered the basement.
Yeah, it's still there too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know, that's good. That's interesting to know.
Mm-hmm.
I know Osaka is very beautiful. I miss the jazz festivals in Philly.
That is.
I really
yeah.
miss that. That used to be so cool. My mom used to perform at it. So, but
That's
when I got older, I wanted to do that just because she did it. So, you know.
Sure.
Sacramento's got some great music.
Yeah, they did.
Has been featured on your show.
Absolutely. Well, we're trying to make it better. But like you said, enough about us. So about you, also, how do you get to be like in transitioning for your you met your wife, obviously, and you were doing that smooth.
Changed your life forever.
Changed your life forever. and so how did that partake where she's here and you're there? How did you guys meet?
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, I'm asking you.
No, that was actually it's a weird. I don't know. Everybody can interpret it differently. My sister was getting married for the second time.
Okay.
My wife was there. They were best friends,
Wow. Okay.
and wanted to add another bridesmaid's dress. So my sister wanted to go to the Gunny Sack factory to buy bread. And side note, I'm the one that chose the dresses.
Okay. Look at you.
Wow.
All right.
I know. I don't know how that happened, but I was there. It was a time before that. The dresses got picked up because I go, hey, what about this one? And they go, I like that one. So I happened to be the guy that picked out the bridesmaids' dresses for my sister's
Wow.
second
That's
wedding.
awesome, man. See?
So we met, and she goes, hey, and I said, hey, and then just so they
Hey.
came back to set. No, they came back for a bachelorette party. You know, it was a time I was living. So I was roommates with the Fat family. You know, California
yeah,
Fat,
that's
so
right.
Kevin Fat and
Of
those
course, I
guys.
used to go eat there.
Yeah.
Take people.
So we had their family owned a condo, top floor of on California Street in New
Okay.
Hampshire, so Pacific Heights.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and they came. My friend Barry and I. We were already we were already
Oh, okay.
three down, 4 to go. So
Gotcha.
so
So you had the game.
they show up. I said, we're gonna walk to my favorite bar, and my favorite bar at the time was a place called City Tavern, and that was down in the Marina District.
Okay.
It was on Fillmore and I can't remember that, but it was down there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So the reason I liked it was one day I was walking by and it was brand new. What looked like white beer taps. What is it? So Cotman and I went in, and what they were actually 24 karat gold plated, but they were frozen, free on charge.
Oh.
So they were
wow.
iced. Oh yeah, so the bartender, she loved showing it off.
Of course you
She
should.
would pull this mug right out of the hot dishwasher. She goes, feel it, it's hot. Pours it in, just flows.
Whoa.
So back now, I can't drink beer anymore because the hops nailed me. But back then, it was good stuff. So I took them there. I can't remember the waitress or the bartender, but we were friends. She wrote on a napkin, "Go here. They'll take care of you." I'm too old.
So that's how you reeled it in.
Well, so my wife goes, "Oh, you are playing." She thought I was just playing. I was like, "You are so full of it. This isn't going to happen. We have napkins." We tried it and it worked.
Nice.
Yes. So it just kind of worked out from there. And she came and visited me, and then I had some family issues I had to come back to Sacramento for, and it just kind of I stayed.
Well,
But there wasn't any film.
Oh, see, that's what we needed. The film. See, that would have been a story. That's like a love story right there. That's like a you know what I mean? That's like a Sleepless in Seattle. It could be like Sacramento, Southern California, love influence.
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it was,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stories from many people who met that you could have some fun with.
That's cool, man.
In that case, yeah, I think what sucked though is there was no film. I couldn't get a job up here.
Yeah.
So I ventured off into corporate land. Got trained, got my Series 7, 63, 65, my 31, and then went and bought cars for Craigslist. And became a wholesale. Not technically a wholesale, I would just go to auctions. I traveled. So I traveled Texas, Idaho, Texas, Colorado, Phoenix, Oregon, Washington, California, all over California.
Sounds like a Johnny Cash song.
Yes, it was. Yeah, we can make one. And I would buy cars.
I know Johnny Cash is one of my favorite artists.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's more like Kenny Rogers. I have a list of people that are like favorites. I listen to.
God, that's going back in the archives when you say Kenny Rogers.
Oh, I love Kenny Rogers is like one of my favorite artists, artists of like in my top. Like,
okay.
Yeah, that's like my mother. I remember she made me sing a song. You decorated my life because the song goes up and down the voice.
But
and
was
she made
that
me
song
sing
with
it.
somebody else, or was it just?
I don't know if he wrote it, but I know Lionel Richie wrote "Lady."
Yeah.
He wrote that for him, but Kenny Rogers, man, he got hits. So I love Kenny. I like his style, and so but I'm sure my age too now. But yeah.
No, you're not right there. Yeah. I remember Kenny.
Yeah, I love. So that's what I'm the old school country. That's what for me.
Well, my wife would love that.
Yeah, I like the old school country.
I was never huge in the country, and my wife was.
Yeah.
So when we first met, she'd play a country song, name that song. I can't. And then hit the station and go somewhere else. And then it'd go back and forth. I've gotten accustomed to it. She actually has gravitated away from it. She listens to other stuff now. I absorb many different things.
Oh, Alabama, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some Sawyer Brown. What you talking about, man?
All of those names I know.
Yeah.
But if you ask me to name a song,
see.
I don't know.
I show up, of course Hank Williams, man. Come on now. That's a legend too. Come on now. That's one of the pioneers. So,
Absolutely. A lot. Back in those days,
senior now. Junior's a junior, don't get me wrong, I like junior too. But senior, we're talking about senior, Hank Williams senior. Yes, sir.
Music changed a lot. You track it from starting in the 50s when rock and roll started really kicking in, but it stayed. Not a lot changed up until the 80s. Then when the 80s hit, it just seemed like everyone okay, I'm done with the drums and the guitar only. Yeah. Give me every computer synthesizer you can get, and let's start making noise.
Great, you said that. So the state of that music, how do you feel like, is music like the different genres? Do you think it's like more like universal now, or do you think it's more like
music now?
Yeah.
Oh, music now definitely has got, because so there's this band, I don't know where they originated from. I heard one song, Sodom out, called Big Data 2.0. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I probably have heard it, but
right. And so it's actually kind of a reflection back into the 80s, but with a modern. So they're bringing a lot of synthesized music, bringing a lot of sampling back. But I also think that probably rap did more of that, and probably was the reason why other mainstream
EDM, and led to the rap DJs, like the EDM DJs.
Absolutely, because they're the ones that really brought sampling in. So
your history. Look at that. Yeah. Y'all learned something there. Out there. Y'all learned something.
Because I edit their shows. And
So I still learned something out there.
That's how I did that.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Nice.
Once in a while, I'm good for a little
something.
You're
good for a lot of stuff.
That's it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe another 10 minutes. It's done.
I gotta ask. Should I ask him about his Mount Rushmore? Like I asked everybody.
Oh, I know. I heard it. I was like, man, I don't even have a clue.
I couldn't be. If you ask me a question, and that's an honest question, I give you like 1 or 2. But I'm going to I gotta cook this person. I'm gonna be it's too meaning.
Okay,
it's easy.
But here's one that hit me recently that so I run Spotify almost exclusively in my car, and when I start looking at the playlist, one does pop up a lot: Talking Heads and David Byrne's.
Oh, okay.
And Yeah.
Good.
And so a lot of his music, certain bands you'll go and say, hey, I like that song, I like that song. But you listen to the whole album and go, but these two I really grabbed. With Talking Heads, there's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of songs, right?
Then I flip gears and go Sting. I went to.
I've been trying to get people. Sting's coming to Masonic.
I saw him last year.
I'm going.
And I went.
I'll go to that. I'll go see that. I'll definitely go to see.
It's like
$100
to get in.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Oh, but it is worth it. Well, so his opening act then was his son.
Okay.
Which he was good. So it was a great show.
Oh, Michael went to a great show recently that I missed, by the way.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about why I missed it, but yeah, we missed it. I missed the show. I'm very disappointed, but there's lots of groups. And you saw a lot of people.
Yeah, you were
And
mentioning it
so
on a
the
pod.
sheep,
One of the
the sheep, the time.
yeah, there was like a collective.
Oh no, you're probably thinking about the Bronx hip hop.
Oh
show.
yes, okay,
Yeah,
yes,
about
that was the one.
I can talk about. Those are my talking points.
It was still sounding good.
Now Rushmore and well, when I went to the hip hop 50th anniversary in the Bronx,
Still sounding good.
oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to mock
No,
myself.
I know. But I know you got all that stuff with your video. Like people don't know this. Like you also do you do film, you do commercials, you do a lot of different things. So I'm trying to get that.
I was trained in film.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did TV commercials back in the days, all strictly 35mm film,
Right.
which I would not recommend because now
It's too hard. Yeah.
and it's too expensive.
Yeah.
It really is. It's gotten more expensive because there's fewer places that actually process the film.
Yeah.
So video is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
That's what introduced me to Access Sacramento. That's actually how I met you.
Yeah.
Was at Access Sacramento.
Exactly.
So, public media forums, that to me is a great foundation for anybody to go out there and say, yeah, I want to put my stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's YouTube. There's all these channels. Use them. But public media that's accessible to everybody, and they have equipment.
Right.
So if you could go over there and film stuff
Exactly.
if you had nothing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool things.
It really is.
And so I got excited about that. But that just elevated the creativity. Okay, so now let's do more. When you talk about video, for me, where's my passion lie?
And commercials. We do commercials too, by the way. So any commercial videos, headshots. Man, this guy.
He means with the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
No apples on top of that.
But maybe the right price.
No, you really don't want that. I'm not bad, but I'm not that good. So when I go back to the corporate world, I did a dive. When I wanted to transition, I'm like, okay, I'm really burnt out. I'm burnt out of the toxicity. I'm burnt out of the greed, the constant more for me, less
Right.
for you. And I had to diagram, what is it? So I made a list, everything jobs I had, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, what I could care less about. And it really came back to me, I like helping other people elevate themselves. That if I'm able to contribute something that helps somebody else become better, I always found I got the strongest internal reaction and feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you take the talent? How do you take what I learned and how do you take what I do and do that? With today's technology, video is perfect,
Right.
but the attention span. So I've been trying to focus on developing a skill set of doing 8 to 10 second spots.
Right.
Yeah, do your minutes, do your 2 minutes, get your story out there, but then start sectioning it off so you can toss it out there and just grab someone's attention real quick. And then it's not for them to buy something or to engage, it's more to say, I want to learn more.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that 8 to 10 seconds, I want to learn more. What was that? I need to understand more.
Right.
So it's really more of a call to action to move on to, hey, let's learn more about what's going on.
For sure.
Yeah, so that part feels good for me.
Which is what I'm glad you mentioned that. This is the part I wanted to talk about more because you currently do that now, which helped us a lot, by the way. Getting us more clicks.
That was number 12 on the list that you said to me.
Yeah. And so I wanted to talk about more, which is good. I'm glad you are. I mean, it's good. These guys see how you guys treat me. You see how y'all see this now, right? Y'all see this now. I just want y'all to see for camera, so y'all know that, okay? The camera don't lie. The camera don't lie.
Well,
You know, I mean,
Poor Motz here. He's never actually on camera because they always edit him out. I don't know. It's something that happens. It's
He
something
loves
that
it,
can
don't
compute. No,
worry.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you, and I know. I know.
I'm trying to
He
edit.
wants that.
Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to edit myself out of the show and to be on the back. But y'all just don't see me, but y'all hearing it. You're not even like, but it's probably gonna
But
happen for a
no
while.
one. The boy. You got it. You
Got
can't
it
go
on
there. You
Yeah,
got
it is what it is. You know, we all have our callings. So my calling is to help you guys in the neighborhood. But like this guy here, I really do appreciate because it's like I learned a lot of stuff that I learned with the camera. I learned from him, which I was very grateful for. And then a lot of just the extra stuff, the attention to detail and the sound and the quality, making it right. So I appreciate that because it's like it helps a lot, going a long way.
Well, I like it. You know, we were talking right before the show in the B-roll. It's about your story. It's not about me, right? It's
Your story, right?
so in this, yeah.
Yeah, what's the roles are reversed now.
I think you tell my story. I'm gonna tell your story.
No, right. Ooh, yeah, that's great, like that, baby. I'm good. No, when I'm working on someone else's project, I don't want to be the one that takes over. I'm always look, this is you. This is your concept. I don't know your story. I don't know your perception. I just need to hear what it is you're trying to accomplish, and let me try to figure out how to make that happen. Like I just got done. So a place called Sacramento, PCS, is a film festival that's sponsored by Access Sacramento.
Yeah, by the way, you're working on something now.
I just finished as a director of photography on one of the movies that's going to be featured in that film festival.
And we will be presenting that to you guys, by the way, too, when it comes out.
Yeah, it can't be released till October 11th.
No, but we will let you guys know, and we'll make sure we put a lot of publicity behind it. We're gonna be at the premiere. We're gonna make sure y'all get
This is, and it's a great premiere. It's red carpet. It's a whole.
We're gonna be there. We definitely will be there for that.
But where I was going with that was this was a brand new director. The guy wrote it, and it's a rock and roll love story. And it really was. And he was like, this is overwhelming how much you have to take on as a director, as a producer, to put on anything, including a 10-minute movie.
Right.
And so it kind of was aggravating for him, and I did feel bad, but I kept pushing back. No, this is your story. This is yours. I will tell you the technical issues, but I'm not going to answer your questions because I don't want you reverting to me being the guy that's telling your story. So what I had him doing, what I recommended people, so if you want to do something, take your phone, just shoot the scene, and then show it. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. And then and that's what I had to do.
That's smart.
Yeah. So because people go, I don't know how to storyboard. I can't draw. And it really could be a stick figure, but I get it. You don't want to draw, don't draw. Yeah. Just take your phone, take the shot you're looking at, and show it. So this is what I'm trying to accomplish. How do I get there?
Nice.
Which was one of the next questions I was going to ask, and you already did it beforehand. So you must be knowing my question before I
have an earpiece. I hear it.
Once again, they're working together against me to make it harder for your boy here.
You wrote out our
playlist and everything. No, really. It's good.
He's like John Gruden
he is.
in the Super Bowl.
He knows it. He knows everything already, man, before you come up with it. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. See, Jedi mind tricks.
You notice that apple cider
Yeah.
drink I had. Makes me smart.
No, it is really good that you did that. Because there's people out there. I was going to ask you how, if they didn't know anything about that, how would you go about that? And that's when you explain it to them. Take a portrait. I think that's so important because when you're writing a song, sometimes for all those people out there who don't, they say they don't write songs, but they, I'll say rap. They battle rap, and they may come on top of their head. You can make a song, dude, piece by piece. You take one spot, you record that part, record the next part, and you just put it all together. Take out the best parts that you need, that you've done. Now you got a song, okay? So you're welcome, by the way.
And that's the best suggestion. Yeah. This is the hardest thing. It was hard for me because I grew up in LA where you would take 15, 20 takes of one scene. Have you perfect.
Right.
Hard for me to transition to say, just let it flow. And actually, I think what I admire most about a lot of rap artists is they're the ones that brought, if you want to use the word improv, they brought it into music. Freestyling is so incredibly hard to do. You just thinking of the words off the top of your head and then trying to rhyme it or beat it, whatever the case, whatever it is you're trying. Yeah, it's like, wow, that is hard. And then, so when you're writing for a movie or TV, just write it.
Right.
Whatever's going on in your mind, and
Right.
I will even get stuck in this.
Mhm.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Screw it.
Right.
Flow
Write it.
consciousness.
Just
Yeah.
write it out, read it. You're going to do it 15, 20 times, but just do it and then edit it down from there.
Yeah, your critic brain isn't your creative side.
No.
So
No.
there's plenty enough time to use your critic brain
Yes.
after you've
Oh,
done it.
100%. Well, the problem with being an artist is that sometimes you're your own worst critic, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're going, I don't like that. Well,
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
You're needling.
I
It's
don't like
like,
anything I do, by the way.
well,
Except for in the singing part of it, let me rephrase that.
you don't, the singing part, you
Oh,
don't?
yeah,
Okay.
I hate my singing.
Okay.
I
Stay tuned for more with me, Paul Ferrari, after this.